Hey, you know what? We decided to do a collab, man. Me and Tax, we're just gonna sit
Yeah.
down on the sofa in the room here for a little while and film for a little bit and see what happens. You
All
know?
right.
Could be something. All right. Hey, so no, I want to ask you a couple questions, like I just want to talk a bit, but how long you been doing your show for?
I think about a month and about a half now.
A month and a half. What was your inspiration for doing the show?
My inspiration for the show was to gain some attraction
Okay.
for my music.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. My interest in doing it is to have a successful show on YouTube because it seems like a good job. It seems like something to do. And I always thought, like, just to make the show expand a bit, hit the road, go to some different places, do some different things.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. This is it's really fun.
It's fun to get out there and meet people.
It's fun.
It's fun to meet people and to ask people their opinions on stuff.
You
And
kind of get to live a little.
it gets you out of the, it gets me out of the house. It gets me in the street, mixing it up with people who, in the end, were, the people who stop to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you, for me, the people who stop to talk to me are younger. They know about social media already. I don't have to explain them what YouTube is. Anyone who I have to explain what YouTube is, they're not going to be in the show, right?
Yeah,
The more
yeah.
I have to explain them, the less of a chance they're interested in being in the show itself.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're younger, they're hipper, basically, they're more open. Yeah, they're what I would call a cooler crew of people.
All right. What with the younger set of people? They're the ones that are on social media.
Yeah,
You find that the older people are like no social media. Maybe fly down to Jamaica on the beach, listen to some Bob Marley, go to some park where they can do some fun things. But the kids are like 24/7
oh,
on the
sure.
media.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, man, we do sort of live in the looking down era.
Yeah.
Down here, as I found out from talking to people, everybody's really plugged into Instagram and WhatsApp, and a few people on Facebook, not that many. I didn't hear anything about Twitter, and no one's talked to me. No one's talked to
Twitter.
me. Yeah, Twitter.
Twitter is okay, but I think it's a little bit too restrict.
It's
I think that's why you find that
limited. It's
yes,
limited.
it's limited, and kids like to do a lot of different things.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'd say it's something like that.
I never really loved it. I've used it. I still do use it from time to time. I want people to watch my show. And when I have a message to put out, whether it's about the environment or about politics or about something, whatever it happens to be, I need a platform. So I'm going to hit all of the platforms that I'm involved with.
Yep.
No offense, Twitter. You know what I mean? There's a guy on Twitter. Maybe you know about him. He's a little bit erratic. He's a little bit sort of, and he uses Twitter a lot. And sometimes he likes to use it to piss people off and put people down. I forget his name. You forget it too? You forgot his name? Yeah, we forgot his name.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy. We forgot your name. We don't know his name. We really don't. All right. Hey, what else? I watched a couple of your shows.
Yeah.
And I saw the one about relationships, a couple about relationships. I enjoyed it. And tonight is I'm putting out, what's your next episode?
My next episode is, can your partner be friends with their ex?
And that's going to come out this coming Monday?
This Monday.
Right. tonight is Tuesday. Oh, very soon, the next episode, which is this episode, depending on, it's the God episode. It's where I ask people, yeah, remember I told you, right?
Yeah.
I asked people if they could ask God anything or say anything to God, what would they say? So I got some good things for that. Yeah, we're listening to crickets. I don't know if you can hear the crickets from my room. We can hear crickets or cicadas.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. We got really loud birds here. We're in the room, by the way, because YouTube has this thing where if you have more than 5 seconds of music, it really poses an issue. And I've done my best. This is the first, I did one show here so far in the grill, and I'll do more stuff in Kingston, and hopefully for sure in Mo Bay. I'm hoping to do something about Bob. Bob who? Bob
Marley.
Is there more than one Bob? There are, but when we say Bob,
we're talking Bob
we're
Marley.
especially in Jamaica. We know who we're talking about. So yeah, out to Kingston, and then boof, out to Mo Bay.
You're going to Kingston first?
Yep.
Then you're going to Mo Bay?
Coming back to Split. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna be back.
I got it.
And you know what? There was this really cool store across the street in the new mall, and they sell patches. And I said, I like the patch of Haile Selassie on this backpack. It's a Jamaican-themed backpack. And she said she's going to get the patch tomorrow. And I said, I'll hopefully be back on Thursday as I pass through town. Hopefully we'll pass through this way again. I want to get that patch. It's very cool.
For real.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, Spike's Axe, like, share, and subscribe. You know the deal.
Yeah, in Jamaica, some people will say Spike Axe, but it's still spelled the same, guys.
Yeah.
A-S-K. And spell your show. Tell them again what your show's called.
Oh, my show?
Yeah.
Talk Up TV 1, and we do some serious questions.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
About relationships.
Relationships, and we do a little bit of small skits. You'll see.
Yeah, I've seen one where they're playing a game with this guy. They're in a little shop outdoors, and he's really sweet on a girl, and they're playing a game on him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You watched that episode. It was a fun one. Anyway, signing out from Negril, Jamaica, December 2019. That's all anybody really needs to know.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay, good night.
Bless.